You see that? You see that? Right there? Right there? Oh my gosh, there it is. There it is. It's a wild herd of unit circles grazing the outback. You know, there's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Oh, there they go. Oh my god. Ooh. So gather around. I'm about to tell you about it. I'm gonna tell you the unit circle, okay? Tell your kids, to your grandchildren, to gather the whole family, especially that one racist uncle you keep around you. I don't know why you keep. Okay, so this is the unit circle. Um, Unit circle can be memorized. It's just like a lot of memorization. So the easiest way to go about it is to memorize these couple of numbers and then just use logic to figure out the rest of it. Um, these numbers are here. Uh, 3 over 2, 1 half, rat 2 over 2, pi over 6, pi over 3, and pi over 4. So these numbers are for your coordinates. Okay, so uh, and these numbers are for your degrees. This should be about, what is it? This should be about 30 degrees. This should be about 60 degrees, and this should be about 45 degrees. Um, so using I'll erase some of these values here. Using some of that, you'll be able to just by this. These are all the numbers you need to figure out the first quadrant, and using that, you'll be able to figure out almost everything else. So the unit circle is um, is based on a value of 1. So these edges right here are like the farthest value, like this. So um, this is 1 0 on a coordinate plane. This is, I don't know, that's 1 0. 0 1. This is 1 0. This is -1 0, and this should be 0 1. That's a mistake. Um, yeah, so it's 0 1. So, and I'll show you what these numbers are here. Right there. So that's pi over 6. This is pi over 4. And that's pi over 3. So these coordinates, I'll show you. Rad 2 over 2 only corresponds to pi over 4, as you can see here. This is the coordinate for pi over 4. Rad 2 over 2 and rad 2 over 2. So that's the easiest to remember. These two go for both pi over 6 and pi over 3, and you'll see what I mean right now. Um, so pi over 6 is rad 3 over 2 and 1 half, and then it's the opposite for that, because they're essentially like, this is just pi over 3 is just 2 times pi over 6, so this gets flipped around because it just flips values right here. And then using this, you're able to go around the circle and complete all these values. So the easiest to start out was pi over 4, which you can go like, well, that's 1 pi over 4. That's 2 pi over 4. So that simplifies to pi over 2. Then you get to the next one. That's 3 pi over 4, and then you go down. That would be pi. So one semicircle is 1 pi. And then you get to next one, just 5 pi over 4. Then you get to the next one, and that's 6 pi over 4, which simplifies to 3 pi over 2, which is like 1.5 pi. And then you get down here. That becomes 7 pi over 4, yeah. And then you go down here, and that becomes 8 pi, which goes down to 2 pi. And if you and looking and just starting off with pi over 3. Um, so if you can see here, uh, this is all one. This one semicircle is just three. It's just divided into thirds. So this is 1 pi over 3. This is 2 pi over 3. So 2 pi over 3 should be 2 pi over 3, and then this should become 3 pi over 3, which is pi. Then you go down here. That should become, what is it? 4 pi over 3, right? Yep. And then you go to here. That should be 5 pi over 3. So you always have to have that constant visualization of like where these are in relation to each other. And then you come down here. Obviously, it's going to be 6 pi over 3, which simplifies to 2 pi. Then like most of the pi over 6 values are just filled in for you now, because they can be simplified to whatever pi over 3 has to offer. So if you like, say like 2 pi over 6, that's 2 pi. That's 2 pi over 6 simplifies to pi over 3. So that's taken care of. So you go in here. Wait, let me just say here. You jump over here, and you jump over here. So 3 pi over 6. That's 2 pi over 2. Jump over here. That's filled. And then jump over here. This should be, what is it? Let me see. This should be 5 pi over 6. And then you jump down here. That's 6 pi over 6. That simplifies to pi. Jump down here. That isn't filled, so that becomes 7 pi over 6. You jump down here. 8 pi over 6 simplifies to 4 over 3. You jump down here. 9 pi over 6 simplifies to 3 pi over 2. You jump down here. 10 pi over 6 simplifies to 5 pi over 3. And then you go down here, and then and then you get to 11 pi over 6. And then when you get over here, it becomes 12 pi over 6, which simplifies to 2 pi over 3. So everything is in like perfect synchronization. And getting back to these coordinates, these correspond to all these. So like these share almost the same coordinates, minus and negative symbols. These share. Yeah, you just want to look at the lines, and then they share. So this would be, remember, this would be like minus, this would be, like, this quadrant would be plus plus. It's like a coordinate grid, so this would be minus plus, this would be minus minus, this would be plus minus, all familiar stuff. It would be minus half rad 3 over 2, minus rad over 2, and then like rad 2 over 2, and then the same stuff over here. You just flip it over. It's the same thing over here. Negative rad. It starts negative rad 3 over 2, and then 1/2. Same thing all the way over here too. It just, so it's just a pattern. It's just, you just have to remember all these numbers and then just put that together through logic and just pattern. That's it. That's how you figure out the unit circle.